Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio.
True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
How's it going, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started, folks, I want to remind everybody this is episode number 462. For all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, 462 is the episode number. And once again, before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. And of course, I'm on with the same name on the Twitter alternative, gab.ai. The Twitter alternative, just type in your browser, gab.ai. I'm at that particular social media realm under the same name, PoliticsGhost. Anyway, folks, let me go ahead and take a sip because, what a speech last night, to say the least, in more ways than one. We're going to go ahead and talk about that, but I want to say cheers first and foremost to the President of the United States and the capitalist revolution that continues on. Cheers once again to the President. What a speech, folks. What a speech. If you were not able to tune in with us yesterday, I rescheduled the broadcast so that we could simulcast the speech last night, with yours truly having and during and post commentary of the speech, folks. And we had a lot of folks tuning in. It was a great time. I barely had enough sleep last night. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm running on empty here. I haven't had much sleep, but you know what? It was a sight to see. And as I alluded to, folks, probably the day before yesterday, as a matter of fact, I know I did, is that this speech was going to make or break the market. And didn't I say that, boy? The prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. Woo! That's right, boy. Have you taken a look at the markets? Now, let me explain something before I get too hyper-sensational about this market. Now, I did say that the speech last evening was going to make or break the markets. The investors and the investment community wanted to hear a lot about tax plans. They wanted to hear, I guess, a little bit more of a President Trump, a little bit more of a, statesman-esque. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are on the Trump train that would have wished he was a little bit more off-cuff, a little bit more ad-lib, but this was I know people called it a State of the Union, but it was like a State of the Union type speech, folks. And he was delivering a message directly to the American people, and he has to do so in any kind of venue possible so that he could bypass the lamestream mainstream media, which we all know, folks, is the enemy of the American people. I mean, all you've got to do is just flip on the boob tube and take a look at the goddamn slanderous lies that are just churned out like it ain't crap by these talking heads on the boob tube, all right? I mean, enemy of the people. And as I stated, folks, the whole reason why the lamestream mainstream media doesn't want to give you the exact information and news is because they know that you'll change the channel. And that's why they want to give you this hyper-sensationalistic fluff. That's why they do a lot of research in the demographics that actually view their particular networks so that they can pander and cater to that demographic, so that they can keep them glued onto the boob tube. That's how they're able to get advertising. They want you to stay tuned. They don't want to inform you. They don't want to deliver you any actual news. And that's why, folks, in my personal opinion, the Internet is the last bastion of truly obtaining information and news. And for you folks that are all, I don't know, Ghost, fake news. It's what's going on around there. I don't know. It's a lot of it out there. I can't decipher it. I don't know. Well, good God, why don't you do a check and recheck and recheck, for heaven's sake? I mean, that's the beautiful part about the Internet. You don't just take one set of information or facts as just absolute. You go out, you research, you check and recheck. I mean, that's the whole beautiful part about the Internet, man. You don't just take some talking head's word for it. You don't just take one source's word for it. But you see, much like the American people has been with the political system, they are with gathering their own news and information. They have become intellectually lazy. And look, maybe we could have justified people being intellectually lazy before the Internet, before the advent of the ease of connecting to the Internet, so on and so forth. But folks, you've got the Internet in your pocket with these smartphones. You can look and search at a whim at any time, whether you're in the crapper or just sitting around playing pocket pool, waiting in queue somewhere. You can inform yourself, you can enlighten yourself, but what do people do? Instead of doing that, they want to partake in social media, commiserating, trying to network with people. I am shocked that no one out here any longer tries to meet each other in a traditional reality social setting. Everybody out here is hooking up through social networks. I can't believe this crap. And then they wonder why relationships don't work in America, for heaven's sake. I mean, you know how many layers of different phases of personality that you have to get through an individual so that you actually get to the root of who the hell you're dealing with? I mean, first and foremost, anybody that is putting out any kind of social media, that is a complete and utter front. Okay? Utter front. Everybody should know it. You know it and I know it. And if you don't know it, you're an idiot. And then once you break through that front, you've got to actually meet the person. So there's another front that they're going to give you as it pertains to the front that you broke through via social media. You've got to actually break through this personality. Because, like, when anybody ever meets somebody for the first time, everybody puts on this front. Everybody puts on this personality. Everybody puts on this very happy kind of approach. Everybody's laughing. Everybody's trying to make, on both sides of any kind of mutual meeting, are trying to make something work, trying to make something happen with one another. And you see, folks, that doesn't go away. I mean, to be honest with you, in the beginning of a relationship, and for you folks that have been in a lot of relationships, you know what I'm talking about. The beginning is always the great, isn't it? Oh, we spent so much time on the phone, and we went everywhere, and oh my God, and we were great lovers, and all this other nonsense. And then once you break through that, that's when you start seeping in of the realness of a person. you know? And then, even then, you don't know the realness until you actually live with somebody after you've done all those phases of breaking through to the actual root of somebody. When you live with it, when you know the goddamn crux of a person, the crust of a person, once you're willing to deal with all that, that's when you can be like, you know what, we've been through a lot. And, you're a lucky broad, and, see, I think we should get married, see? And you see, that's the way it should be. But no, you know what people do? They just stop at the first front. You know, they meet each other via social media. They basically bamboozle each other with this fake personality, trying to win each other over. And then somewhere along that short-term period, these idiots get married, and then they just bypass all the other, and they go right into the damn living cohabitation situation, and then they hate each other. Anyway, look, I don't mean to get off on that tirade, folks. I'm just planting seeds. I know I got a lot of people that are just, for whatever reason, just don't want to be social and are not social. Maybe they have a problem with being social. Regardless, you got to go out and be social, okay? Go volunteer somewhere, okay? Go volunteer somewhere. Go to church. Even if you don't like church, go to church. There's a lot of women over there, and when they see you as an upstanding Jap, and a chap, I didn't mean to say Jap, excuse me, an upstanding chap, or you could be an upstanding Jap too, I mean, but an upstanding chap, all right? I mean, they're going to actually just be attracted to you from afar. They're going to be like, oh, look at this church-going man here. Look at this church-going man. Look at that. Praises Jesus. Look at him, he's dressed nice, brilliant. I could introduce him to my mother. And you're in. You don't even have to have a personality. He's got to be a nice gentleman. Anyway, I've got people on Twitter saying, please talk more, give us more advice how to, meet women, Look, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to plant seeds. Anyway, listen, let me get back to the markets because I'm going off keister and I don't want to get screwed or skewed. Man, I'm screwing my words, for heaven's sake. Good God, I haven't had sleep, folks. All right, I haven't had sleep. But anyway, the optimism that I am exuding here, it's not because I've talked to Mr. Optimism or anything. It's because Donald Trump has rejuvenated optimism within the investment community. Now, whether or not it's justified on paper, that's another story. Now, I did not want to suggest any stock this morning on my Twitter account as it pertains to a pattern or day trading play, because I don't want people to believe that this is the kind of going on within a market that happens. People that are not necessarily experienced in the market, when they get introduced to pattern or day trading in, really, really, really good market days like this, they tend to kind of gain an ego on themselves and think that they can just pick anything, and they think that they can gauge anything. And you see, this is not the type of market. Even though you can profit generously, I'm not trying to deny it. There was a lot of profits to be made today, but I didn't want to suggest a stock that is going to make someone who is not experienced in the market believe that they could just do this on a daily basis. And, this is not the market to be getting an ego in. I'm just saying, this is a over-speculated, optimistic market, to say the least. As I stated the day before yesterday, this speech was going to make or break this market, and it certainly made it, boy. It certainly made it. So let's go ahead and get to the market, shall we? Now, we've got the Dow Jones Industrials, folks, at all-time highs once again, folks. And you're talking about optimism in the damn market. I mean, Dow Jones Industrials, get this, closing out today at 303.31 points. Good God! Let me repeat that one mo again. 303.31 points. I mean, Come on, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know that this is over speculation. I mean, it's as if the investors have completely thrown, once again, financial fundamentals out the window. I'm not trying to sound like the old man in Wall Street 1, but you got to stick to the fundamentals, bud. You got to stick to the fundamentals. And I have to agree here. All right, that's why I'm not suggesting a pattern or day trading play this morning, because I don't want people to think that they're hot shots after making a lot of money today. It's just, look, it's not anyone's fault. It's human nature. It's what happens. But good God, all-time highs. Whoever's buying this, as a matter of fact, I actually read an article. I forgot what business association it was, what business media it was, but they basically admitted that the mom-and-pop investors are keeping this rally alive. And it goes into an extensive detail that there are no actual big-time institutions buying into this rally. As a matter of fact, and I alluded to this day before yesterday, you've got big hedge funds, mutual fund, and money managers on Wall Street slowly but incrementally taking out their money, taking out their profits, while at the same time trying to prop up this market. I said it the day before yesterday that financial institutions on Wall Street have sold, for the month of February, have sold I think it was 7.8 billion or 7.6 billion. Either way, 7.6, 7.8 billion. That's a lot of goddamn selling for the month of February. And you know how much they bought for the month of February? $380 million worth of shares. I mean, that ratio does not compute. So with that being said, folks, I mean, man, please, if you know anybody who's buying into this market right now, please tell them to just take whatever silly little profit they have or break even and run. Because when this market contracts, folks, you're never going to see these prices for another 10 years, man. I mean, mark my words, when these prices contract, you're never going to see 21,000 Dow Jones Industrial for another freaking, maybe not 10 years, at least 8 years. At least 8 years. I mean, that's how much it almost took to get from the crash of 2009 to where we're at now. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's going to take a long, long time. So, in my personal opinion, cash is king. And speaking of which, cash rose up again. And, of course, it was the Trump speech. The Trump effect is happening. But, look, you got to stick to the fundamentals. I hate to sound like a bear investor here. But, man, I've been through enough of these to know that this does not compute. This cannot sustain itself. And when it comes crashing down, it's going to come crashing hard, man. And I don't want to be there when it does. So that's why I don't have any long-term investments except for ones that I've had for 10 years plus. I don't have any long-term investments outside of that, man. And if I do pattern trade, I'm pattern trading and I'm getting the hell out. All right, and if I'm holding the bag on anything, well, I hope that I could, wait the, 2 to 3 to 6 to 8 months to get my money back and then some profit. You just got to wait for the damn capital. But either way, man, I'm just saying, I made a lot of money today on day trading. Don't get me wrong, a lot of liquid to be made today. It was beautiful. But this is an abnormal anomaly and a reaction to a speech in which people are speculating. You understand? I mean, this is what's causing the increase in the market, that the investors are speculating that the Congress is actually going to come to an agreement with this tax code. And in my personal opinion, I do not know if this... I'm getting mixed signals out here from different factions of the administration. Mnuchin talking a little bit about August, maybe before August we'll get this tax code. You've got other factions talking about later. You've got Jamie Dimon out of J.P. Morgan, I believe he's the CEO out of there, saying that Congress and Trump are not going to come to some agreement as it relates to the tax plan. So listen, I think that as much as I am optimistic, don't get me wrong, I am. There's a lot of hurdles that are ahead of Trump that are not his fault, that are actually adversaries or, people that actually want to see Trump fail, and that includes the Federal Reserve, in which they are going to raise interest rates March 15th, folks. March 15th is when the Federal Reserve is going to raise interest rates. So, in my view, we could see some contraction there. I don't know if it's going to be the big one, but it's going to be some contraction. And there's a bunch of other things that are going to come up. More earnings. We're going to need to see some economic data. A lot of things, and not to mention, man, low volume in this market at any time. It can send the pendulum down as fast as it's gone up. So anyway, let me continue going on here. Once again, Dow Jones Industrials up 303.31 points, a percentage increase of 1.46%, closing out the Dow at, get this, 21,115.55 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. Give me a break. Give me a break. But hey, I'm just warning everybody that it's coming. This cannot sustain itself. And, how does the song go? What goes up must come down. So, it's going to come down, man. Anyway, once again, 21,115.55 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. The S&P 500, folks, up today, 32.32 points. I mean, good God! A percentage increase of 1.37%, closing out the S&P at 2,395.96 points for the S&P 500. All right? Let's go ahead and get to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ also, folks, we're approaching NASDAQ 6,000. Can you believe this crap? NASDAQ 6,000, for Christ's sake. And not to mention, what's going to happen? I think maybe because of all the hype that's going around, and I want to say what's going on to Polak, saying what's going to happen when Snapchat, and its initial public offering is brought into the NASDAQ. I believe it's going to be in the NASDAQ. It's a tech company, so I'm assuming it's going to go right into the NASDAQ. It's going to send this son of a bitch up to 6,000 points based on over-speculation, in my personal opinion. And, come on, man. How is Snapchat going to really gain the revenue necessary? Well, they're going to sell filters? Is that it? Are they going to? Give me a break. Look, I'm not a believer in Snapchat. I could be wrong. Because in my personal opinion, sometimes it's cool to see people in the rawest form, when they're just kind of streaming and it's just them and it's a live stream. Sometimes it's cool. A lot of the time it sucks. A lot of the time, it's boring the balls off of every viewer that's actually viewing the damn thing. You understand? Not every second of your pathetically anal life we want to watch or listen to. As a matter of fact, I think most people want like prepackaged type video content, in my personal opinion. That's why YouTubers reign supreme. It's very hard to conduct a live broadcast like yours truly does every day. 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's very hard to do that and keep an audience captivated. So that's why, in my personal opinion, I believe that most people that like content like to enjoy it prepackaged because, you get to edit, you can fine-tune things, you can rehearse, you can, work the cadence of delivery as it pertains to any kind of narration, so on and so forth. So I don't know what the hell Snapchat is going to do. I could be wrong, though. I do expect a lot of over-speculation. So in my personal opinion, a Snapchat would be a very, very short-term play. This reminds me, man, of the 1990s. I mean, back in the 1990s, you could get an IPO and sit on it for like a month or 2 months, all right? IPO of whatever for $20, $23, $24. Sit on it for a month, month and a half, 2 months. The son of a bitch is $80, $75. I'm not even kidding around. And this happened on a continuous basis back in the 90s, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, NASDAQ up today, 78.59 points. A percentage increase of 1.35%. Closing out the NASDAQ at 5,904.03 points for the NASDAQ composite, man. I'm telling you, man. I mean, give me a break with this hyper-sensationalism. Give me a break. Oh, my God. I feel bad for everybody who's buying into this market right now. I'm just saying. I mean, I have a little bit of a heart. I'm trying to tell everybody it's a trap. It's a trap. Stop smoking crack. It's a trap. Anyway, let's get to commodities, shall we? Now, let me tell you something, man. What did I tell you about OPEC? What did I tell you about OPEC? OPEC, first of all, they're claiming, which no one really truly believes, that they're obliging the agreed to oil production cuts in an attempt to increase the value of oil so that they can make these damn barrels of oil about $65, $70 a barrel. That's what they were trying to do, and this was some time ago in which OPEC agreed to this shortage. Unfortunately, as I've stated, there's a lot of players in the oil market now. A lot of people producing oil, a lot of people selling it on the world market. And I forgot which business media had this article out, but the headline was OPEC losing its oil share in Asia. Oh, man, OPEC losing its oil share in Asia. I mean, no wonder OPEC they can't oblige the goddamn cuts that they agreed to some time ago. I mean, they're losing market share. I mean, everything is pretty bad for oil producers that, were living off the high hog some time ago when barrels of oil were $100+ a barrel. Do y'all remember that? That wasn't that long ago, folks. That was about maybe, 4 or 5 years ago? Maybe about 6 years ago, something of that nature. I mean, man, $100+ a barrel, and all these assholes on OPEC, I mean, all the Venezuelan government, all these oil producers were living off the high hog, and then when these damn prices of oil came crashing down, that's why all these oil producers right now are in limbo. I mean, Saudi Arabia, I don't think it's going to be able to continue to sustain itself if it can't get this barrel of oil up to about $70 a barrel at this point, and it's got to do it quick. It's got to do it quick, in my personal opinion. Venezuela, I read off of Drudge Report, it's down to its last $10 billion as a country. $10 billion, it's down to its last $10 billion. This was once an oil-rich country. That's why these damn communists, usurped the means of production. In this case, it was the oil. And what did they do? They all fattened their pockets like a bunch of corrupt, bureaucratic pieces of trash. And instead of what a communist government is supposed to do, it's supposed to take care of the people. I mean, that's the whole idea of communism. The individual is supposed to just give its individuality to the state so that the state can make all the decisions for the individual, and the individual can just exist like some kind of a kid in a nanny state. But you see, when you've got the communist government out there in Venezuela that cannot properly facilitate a meaningful living standard, I mean, and when I say meaningful, I mean that's suspect as it pertains to the communist interpretation. But the way Venezuela is now, where they can't even feed themselves, where they're going out and trying to look for flamingos and anteaters at this point in time to go look for food because they're starving to death. The whole population is starving to death. They've eaten all the dogs and cats. I mean, that is a testament to freaking socialism, communism, whatever the hell you want to say it. Whatever the hell it is. Anyway, folks, the reason I went into this whole tirade is because that's why we're seeing a little bit of uncertainty out here in the energy. Seeing a little bit of uncertainty. And aside from the uncertainty, we're seeing a rise in the dollar, so that's also affecting the price of energy because it is a commodity, folks. So let's go ahead and get to energy. We've got WTI sweet crude down today, 34 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.63%, closing out WTI sweet crude at $53.67 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude down today, 24 cents, a percentage decrease of 0.42%, closing out Brent crude at $56.27 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Let's go ahead and get to gasoline. Gasoline is down, folks. It is down today, and it's down majorly. And that should help everybody out there who is, going out there. What is it, spring break coming in a few weeks? Well, we're in March, so it should be in like 2 weeks or something, right? Spring break. I'm sure all the college kids are ready to spend their goddamn college debt funds for that, aren't they? Huh? And how are they going to justify it? Hey, dude, I'm going to be in debt for 25 years. I might as well go to Panama City, man. I might as well go down to South Padre Island and get drunk and try to get some sluts. I mean, give me a break. You better hope it's the greatest time of your life, because this is going to cost you for the rest of your life. Anyway, we've got gasoline down today, 3.63% decrease on the day for gasoline. The feast or famine commodity, natural gas, is up modestly today, a 0.83% increase on the day for natural gas. Heating oil down today, 0.97% decrease on the day for heating oil. Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to my goddamn metals! We've got gold down modestly. I figured it'd be down a little bit more than this, considering we had a little bit of an increase. I shouldn't say a little bit. We had an increase in the dollar once again. But gold's looking strong, baby, and I hope that y'all heeded my call when I was out there telling you folks to increase your portfolios, because I traditionally used to say 10 to 15% of your portfolio should at least be in conjunction with metal investments. I said during this time of uncertainty, you should at least put that up to about 25, if you can, 30% of your investment portfolio. If you would have listened to that, you would have made serious money. And you want to know why? Because making money, baby, that's what I do. I'm a capitalist. That's what I do. Anyway, gold is down modestly today, $3.90, a percentage decrease of 0.31% decrease on the day, closing out gold at $1,250 even. That's $1,250 even per troy ounce of gold. All right, let's go ahead and get to silver. Silver also, considering that we had an increase in the dollar value, down just very modestly, down a penny, a percentage decrease of 0.05%, closing out silver at $18.46 per troy ounce of silver. Copper up today, 0.63%, and platinum is unchanged today. Platinum is unchanged. Now let's go ahead and get to the agriculture. Very interesting day in the agriculture sector, folks. I'm seeing more green than I usually would see, considering that we're seeing an increase in the dollar. And what does that mean? Everybody's smoking this crack. That's what it means. Everybody on Wall Street, everybody at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, everybody is smoking crack. I would much prefer people come down to reality so that we can get down to some fundamentals out here. Look, I don't mean to sound like that old fart on Wall Street 1, but I'm serious. I've been around a lot of these things. This is just insane. I'm not that I'm not making money. Believe me, I'm not just sitting here on my thumb, for Christ's sake. I'm out here making money. I just know that there's going to be a whole crop of people, all right, a whole big crop of people that are going to lose a lot of cash, and they're going to blame everybody but themselves. It happens every time these crashes happen. I'm telling you, it happens every time these crashes happen. Anyway, listen. Let's get to the grains before I get off keister here. Corn, baby. Corn is up 2.21% increase on the day. You see what I'm saying? I mean, we see an increase in the dollar, and yet corn up 2.21% increase on the day. We've got wheat up today, 2.99% increase on the day for wheat. We've got oats. Wheat was up 2.99%. I don't know if I said down or not. It is up. Everything is up. Everything is up. Oats up 0.92%. Rough rice up 0.99%. Soybean up 1.54%. Soybean oil up 2.39%. Good God. And canola up 2.44% increase on the day. Grains all green all across the index. Unbelievable considering we saw an increase in the dollar. Once again, everybody is smoking crack. Anyway, we've got, let's get to the soft, shall we? Cocoa continues to go down, though. Cocoa is down 0.63% decrease on the day for cocoa. Coffee, hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. Don't talk to me. Shut up, you little four-eyed, stupid, bearded, camel toe, anal camel toe, fruity-ass, hipster bastard. Shut up. Anyway, folks, my apologies on that. Coffee continues to increase. It is up today, 1.54% increase on the day. So too bad for all you customers of Starbucks, because you're going to continue to pay $10 or $12 for a latte. And I want to take this time, once again, to remind everybody to boycott Starbucks. Boycott that goddamn Starbucks. Boycott them, for Christ's sake. They're going to sit over here and slap Americans in the face by saying that they're going to hire 10,000 wild Yehudis. Boycott Starbucks. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to sugar, shall we? Sugar! Sugar is up today, 1.30% increase on the day for sugar. We got orange juice down today, 0.40% decrease on the day. Cotton is up, 1.99% increase on the day for cotton. Lumber is down today, 1.03% decrease on the day for lumber. We've got rubber. Rubber is up today, 0.74% increase on the day for rubber. And ethanol is down 0.32% decrease on the day for ethanol. Let's get to livestock. Now, once again, very interesting story in livestock. I don't mind the decreases in live cattle. You all want to be vegans. You all want to do this. Hey, that's your problem. You go ahead and be a vegan all you goddamn want to. I don't give a crap, all right? I'm going to keep eating these damn 3-inch thick porterhouse steaks, baby. You understand? I'm going to keep eating freaking huge ass, 8 freaking rib, prime rib, baby. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, live cattle is down today, 0.30%. All right, 0.30% decrease on the day for live cattle. Cattle feeder is also down, considering we saw everything up in grains. You would have thought that would have reflected in the cattle feeder department, but it did not. Let's go ahead. Cattle feeder is down today, 0.76% decrease on the day. And lean hogs, folks, up today. It is up. It is up 1.22% increase on the day for lean hogs. And before we close out the market, folks, I want to go ahead and remind everybody that I did call this Bitcoin increase, especially when it had that dip down to about 798, 7 and change. I said that, look, we may see some decreases here, but we're seeing a lot of countries, didn't I say that? We're seeing a lot of countries wanting to go cashless. They want to eliminate cash circulating amongst their economies, physical cash. And all of a sudden, cryptocurrencies are starting to become something of an alternative here. All right? Something of an alternative. And that's why you're seeing this unbelievable, dramatic increase. We're at all-time highs, I believe, right now on Bitcoin, folks. All-time highs. All-time highs. Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin right now, $1,228.55 per Bitcoin. I mean, good God. Good God. Anyway, folks, that, my friends, is the markets for your ass. All right? I mean, good God, I got to have a drink to that. I mean, the Bitcoin at over $1,200. Good God. Good stuff, man. Anyway, folks, once again, the reason that we're seeing all this really, really crack-smoking type of activity in the markets is because everybody is optimistic. After President Donald Trump's speech last night in front of a joint session of Congress, and we're going to talk about that here in a second, but I do want to reiterate, folks, that I told everyone that was listening that the market was either going to react positively, and I mean dramatically positively, or negatively. Now, this dramatic optimism that we're seeing in the markets today, as much as it is good here, I know there's a lot of people looking at their portfolios and they're saying, look at me, I'm in the money, dude. Well, folks, please convert that to cash, at least some of it, all right? At least some of it, because, folks, right now we're continuing to see an increased value in the dollar. The dollar increasing in value, and this is based on a quarter-point interest rate increase that happened, was it about a couple of months ago? I'm serious, folks, all right? The dollar is very, very over-speculated at this point. And it's not because it's unfounded. It's not because anyone's propping it up. It's because of necessity right now, folks. I mean, look at all the uncertainty happening all over the world economic front. Uncertainty in Europe. The euro, I mean, who the hell wants to hold that, considering you've got elections that could potentially end and destroy the euro? And I'm talking about a few elections that are happening here in France, the Netherlands, Germany, you know. These elections could potentially wither away the whole idea of the EU. So you got a lot of people that not necessarily want to hold on to euros right now. A lot of uncertainty going on in Britannia, folks. I mean, and I've been talking about Britannia. It's not just Brexit, folks. You've got Scotland now wanting another referendum so that they can become an independent country, and that is hitting the British pound sterling. You've got uncertainty in Asia, and I mean, it's not a whole bunch of uncertainty, but you got North Korea saber-rattling like a lunatic. You've got China doing the same thing within the South China Sea. A lot of uncertainty happening in Asia, folks. So where are all the investors all over the world wanting to cash out? They want to cash out in U.S. dollars. They want to cash out in U.S. currency. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, we're seeing a value increase in the dollar. So March 15th comes around, when the Federal Reserve decides that it's going to raise interest rates again. What's that going to do to the dollar? It's going to increase an already increasing value dollar. So what that means is that the more dollars that you have in your possession, that's the kind of buying power that you're going to have when the interest rates go up. Because when the interest rates go up, folks, and let me tell you, I think March 15th, I don't think it's going to be a quarter point. I think it could be a half point, and if it's a half point or anything above a half point, be expecting a dramatic decrease, all right? Mark my words, I mean, it's some time from now. But if it's over a half a point, expect a dramatic decrease in equities, all right? A dramatic. And what's going to be king? Cash is going to be king. And I had been prognosticating that for a long time. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say cash is king, baby? I'm telling you, the prognosticator of prognosticators strikes again. I'm telling you, baby. I'm not joking around, man. I've been saying it, and listen, that's why people listen to this broadcast, all right? I mean, to be honest with you, people listen to this broadcast because they want to make some cash. They want to get to the insight of what it is to make cash, not to mention understand this market. They want to understand the market, and I'm telling you, if you listen intently to the first hour, you are going to know this market better than these assholes on Wall Street. And as I stated, folks, all right, I was watching the Wall Street 2 with a couple of members of the Inner Circle, and they were surprised that the majority of these assholes on Wall Street listen to the machines. They listen to computers on what stocks to buy, what commodities to buy, what plays to make. I mean, they're listening to machines, for Christ's sake. I mean, if they're listening to machines, then what the hell are they good for? What are they good for, is all I'm saying. Good God, man. What the hell are they good for? I don't know. That's why I'm saying, if you listen intently to this first hour, you know the markets, folks. You know the markets more than any of these assholes on Wall Street, and that's why us capitalists, why do you think I give out this information for free? I give out this information for free because those that listen and those that can obtain and absorb the information that I am conveying on this broadcast and apply it to their lives, they're going to become instantaneous capitalists. They are going to be members of society that are going to make things happen. These are going to be people that are going to be employing people, that are going to have responsibility, that are going to be players in the game instead of a bunch of idiots protesting in the street, pissing and moaning and blaming everybody for their goddamn problems. So that's all I'm saying, folks. I give this information out because anyone who absorbs it, anybody who understands it and applies it to their lives, the information speaks for itself. The information materializes in money. And that money, what it does is it creates whatever life that is in your head, whatever experience that you want, whatever lifestyle you want, whatever materials you want, whatever experiences you want, whatever events you want, you can make it happen. But you have to make it happen. You. No one's going to make things happen for you. You got to go out and make things happen. You're goddamn right. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs, all right, folks? And for you folks that are unaware, if you want a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now, all you got to do is retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. And, of course, the tweet to retweet is True Capitalist Radio Live. That's True Capitalist Radio Live. If you retweet that tweet, I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Hey, do we got any Twitter shout-outs there, engineer? Oh, okay, we got some Twitter shout-outs. And, yeah, before I do go ahead and go on to Twitter shout-outs, I want to remind everybody, that we are having a contest, all right, folks? And I don't want to remind people because what did I tell you, all right? I told you that Team Optimism would eventually come back, baby, and they did. Woo! I'm telling you, they did, boy. And look, I don't mean to be rubbing it in your faces, all right? But listen, I know it's early. You know, I'm not trying to act like the hare, you know, against the tortoise here. All right, I'm not trying to be that way, but I mean, let's be honest. I have to be a little giddy about that. I got to be a little giddy because it proves to me what I've always said. All right, it proves to me that there are a bunch of more serious listeners than a bunch of, you know, troll terrorists and cyber vermin that want to do nothing but make my life a living hell. Now, for you folks that are unaware that are just tuning in, you can type in your browser right now, ghost.market. We are having a contest to whether or not what's going to happen for the future of Radio Graffiti. Now, for the troll terrorists and the cyber vermin that are on the side of pro Radio Graffiti, they chose Team Fortune Cookie, and they had a pretty good first initial run. I mean, I'm telling you, I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous that I was going to get, you know, I was going to have Radio Graffiti for like 40 minutes for the third hour, you know, for who the hell knows. But you know what? It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And look, I put out a plea the day before yesterday. Y'all remember that? I said, please, baby, somebody out there, buy Mr. Optimism. Buy Mr. Optimism. And you know what? The serious listeners actually, they went out there and they did. So I want to say cheers first and foremost to the serious listeners that are listening to the True Capitalist radio broadcast. Cheers, baby, cheers. Now, folks, for you folks that are unaware, Fortune Cookie, all right, is down by 12 against Mr. Optimism. That's right, that's right. Mr. Optimism is up by 12, folks. So, once again, I'm not trying to act like the hare against the tortoise here, because we still have until Saturday morning, and I'm going to pull them down Saturday at midnight. The strike of midnight on the Saturday morning, midnight Saturday morning, are coming down. Now, I'm not going to count my eggs before they hatch here. I just want to say cheers to everybody out there who's been participating in this, and I appreciate it. Once again, if you want to purchase a Mr. Fortune Cookie or a Mr. Optimistic, or Mr. Optimism, I should say, autograph, then go ahead and type in your browser right now, ghost.market. Ghost.market. I would encourage you to buy a Mr. Optimism. Just me personally, but of course, if you don't, you can go ahead and get yourself a Mr. Fortune Cookie, I guess. Anyway, now that we got out of that all the way, let's go ahead and get to some Twitter shout-outs right now. Anyway, we got Dr. Bristle in the house. We got Tom in the place. What's going on, Tom? We got Cuck Lives Matter in the house. We've got M. Cook in the place. What's going on, M. Cook? How you doing, man? Good to see you. We've got, I'm not going to say that name, Upstanding Jap. Come on, man. I didn't mean to say Jap. Stop it, man. Just stop it. We've got Havel the Rock in the house. Who else do we have here? Once again, retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account. We've got Jerry Garcia in the place. What's going on? The Smiler in the house. Who else we have here? I'm not gonna sit there and say these names, for Christ's sake. The Boogeyman. What's going on to the Boogeyman? How you doing? We've got Throughout the World. Throughout the World is in the house. What's going on to the Green Leader? How you doing, man? We've got, Jesus Christ, I'm not going to say that disgusting name. We've got the Second Coming of Christ. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Anyway, we got, once again, you want a Twitter shout-out, it's very easy. Just retweet the first tweet on the Twitter account. It's as simple as that. Anyway, we've got Team Optimistic. You're damn right. You're damn right, Team Optimistic, man. We got CDI Fan 237. Davy Crockett cosplay. What the? No. What do you, people are Davy Crockett cosplaying, for Christ's sake? Why? Why? Stupid raccoon hat, for Christ's sake. Look, I like Davy Crockett, but he, Disney, they really made Davy Crockett look like some schmuck that would, had a hard-on for raccoon hats or something. I mean, give me a break. That's not the way Davy Crockett was. All right, he was one of the Texas Martyrs, Walt Disney, you fat bastard. Anyway, we got Supa in the house. What's going on, Supa? We got Edgar Capitalist in the place. Jizzmaster 3000. We've got, I'm not going to say that name, for Christ's sake. I'm not going to say these names. I'm telling you, you guys are getting sick with these names, man. Here we got Monkey Spanker. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Well, Woodshed Wanderer in the house. Woodshed Wanderer. You freaks, man. I'm telling you, you guys are freaks. You guys are sick in the head. Tard Magnet Man. I really appreciate that, you asshole, all right? Why do you think I'm having this contest, for Christ's sake, man? You people want Radio Graffiti? Well, show me you want it. Show me you want Radio Goddamn Graffiti. We got Feral Capitalist in the place. What's going on to Chris Hyde? We got TCA Newsfeed in the house. Brony Network. We've got TCR is the best. Thank you very much, sir. We got Marty R. Boy. What the hell does that mean, for Christ's sake? We've got Ghost Jewing Radio Graffiti. What the hell does that mean, you son of a bitch? You son of a bitch! Look, don't you even go there, man. I am not a Jew. Son of a bitch, give me the mic. Let me tell you something, you sack of crap. You really want Radio Graffiti? Well, then you prove it to me, man. I mean, I put up with your goddamn Radio Graffiti goddamn garbage every day. You know, you make fun of my family. You make fun of my wife. You make fun of my granny. And you want me to what, just sit around and continue doing this, for Christ's sake? I don't like it. All right, I don't like it. And I'm giving you idiots a choice, for heaven's sake, all right? I mean, you want it? Well, then show me you want it, for Christ's sake. Good God. Oh, my God, man. Anyway, let me continue going, for heaven's sake, man. We got Hopscotch in the house. First hour, best hour. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is the best hour. All right, I think the second hour ain't too bad either. The third hour is getting better, but we just got Radio Graffiti. I don't know, man. I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it, man. I mean, you people want it. You want it so bad. You want it? Or freaking show me something, man. You all have been making fun of me for years, man. You've been using that shit. You've been splicing my voice like an asshole, making me look stupid. I mean, has anybody ever done a goddamn YouTube search of me, for Christ's sake? It's humiliating, for Christ's sake. It's humiliating. And you want me to just continue to do this and continue to do it for what? So I can continue to be a goddamn tard magnet? Is that it? Is that the culmination of my life? Is that my work? Is that the basis of my work, that I'm a goddamn tard magnet? No, I'm not going to let it. I'm not going to let it happen. I'm not going to let the goddamn crap happen. And that's why I'm leaving it up to you, you troll terrorists and cyber vermin. I've been putting up with this crap for years. I've been putting up with this crap. I've been putting up with this crap for years. So with that being said, I want to calm my ass down first and foremost, folks, because, I mean, I want to let each and every one of you troll terrorists and cyber vermin know that you people are not the base of my audience. Do you understand me? All right? I mean, take a look. I'm almost at 11,000 followers on Twitter. You want to know why I am increasing in followers at a very rapid pace? Because it's the capitalist right rising, you son of a bitch. It's the capitalist right rising! It's the capitalist right rising right before your goddamn eyes. So you damn troll terrorists and cyber vermin, you can shove your little stupid, dumb, tarred egos right up your damn clogged up poopers. You dumb Pop-Tart eating little freckle-faced, four-eyed fruit bowls. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, please follow me on Twitter. If you haven't done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. And, of course, the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, where you can hear every one of my episodes time, dated, and stamped. You can hear it at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's just take a couple more Twitter shout-outs, and then we're going to move on with the broadcast because, oh, man, I don't know how much longer I can take this crap. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we got Raiden Snake in the house. What's going on, Raiden Snake? We've got, there's the Whore Master. Oh, yes, I am the Whore Master. Oh, yes. Jesus Christ. Who else do we have here? I'm not saying these disgusting. Lord Shekels, really? Sheckelstein Ghostberg, really, you asshole? Look, I am not a Jew. Shut up with those anti-Semitic jokes, asshole. Shut up with those anti-Semitic jokes. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, we've got, I'm not saying these dumbass names, you dumbasses, all right? I mean, look, I'm gonna end Twitter shoutouts right now. If you idiots keep coming up with these sick, twisted names, I am not saying sick ass, twisted names. You understand me, there, boy? Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we got here? We got Ghost Caretaker. What the hell are you talking about, Ghost Caretaker? I don't have a goddamn caretaker, you son of a bitch. We got Dirk Pitt in the house. What's going on? We got, let's see who we got. We got Broly in the house. What's going on to Capitalist Kush? We got Melly in the house. Metroid Junkie, Scum.gob. We got Wes Richmond in the house. We got Hoodie in the place. What's going on? TC Capitalist and in the Wizard in the place. Tyson Rocket. What's going on? Let's see, who else do we have here? One Mogan. Retweet the first tweet on my Twitter account, and I will give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast, right here and now. Let's go back to the Twitter shout-outs. We've got Tech Capitalist. We've got What a Dog. What the hell does that mean? None of your beeswax. Corey in the place. We got, I'm not saying that. We got Lego 421 in the place. What's going on? We've got no Woodies for Ghost. What the hell is that supposed to mean, you moron? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Furry merch when? No, listen, no. Listen, I'm not doing any of that freaking anime, waifu, tohu, furry. We're not going down that slippery slope, all right? We're not going down that slippery slope. God damn it, we're not going down that slippery slope. Do you understand me? We got Rock Ape in the place. We got the Nomadic Trader in the house. We've got you mother cucker, whatever the hell, what the hell is that supposed to mean? We got Benton in the house. What's going on to Benton? Silent Capitalist in the place. We've got, here you go with the Paxton crap. Leave Paxton alone, please. Jesus Christ, you guys are sick, man. You guys are sick. Anyway, let me continue going here. I'm only going to take a couple of more of these, and we're getting the hell out of here because I can see what's going on here. We got the 727 caller. We've got Sergeant Yoda. We've got what YouTube radio. Jesus Christ! Man. I swear I got to put up with every goddamn day. YouTube radio, really, asshole? One time I accidentally say YouTube, and you idiots will never let me live it down. One time I said it, man. You idiots just never forget. You never forget it, man. Never forget the son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Oh, Jesus Christ. One time I accidentally said YouTube, and I said I was sorry, all right? I said I was sorry. Good God. Anyway, look, I'm only going to do a few more, and that's it. And if we get off keister like this again, that's it. No more goddamn Twitter shout-outs, for heaven's sake. We got Dorito Burrito, Drunken Wolf in the house, Alex Wu in the place. What's going on? We got Metal Capitalist. We got Burnero, whatever the hell. We got Pro Honky in the place. Who else do we have here? We've got Radio Graffiti Juice Session. All right, you know what? That's it, man. You idiots want to keep going there, all right? You want to keep going there? They fine. You know what? Keep going there, all right? Whatever. It's up to you. The future of Radio Graffiti is in your hands, and it's up to you. I mean, you know, if you idiots want to keep playing this way, you keep playing this way. It's up to you. But it looks like you people just want, you know, you want Radio Graffiti to be a memory, you know? You want Radio Graffiti to be a memory in the corner of your fruit bowl mind. Give me the goddamn mic. I'm done with this garbage, man. I'm not going to sit over here and continue to put up with this type of ridicule, this type of disrespect, man. And then you want me to continue to do Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake, man? Anyway, look, I'm glad. I am sincerely glad that I'm glad that optimism is winning. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Then I can rub it in you troll terrorists and cyber vermin's faces, all right? Yeah, I'm rubbing it in your goddamn face. How do you like it, huh? I'm rubbing it in your goddamn face! Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me calm my ass down here. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted to take the day off. I wanted to take the day off today because, man, I was up late last night. I was giving commentary during the president's speech last night, which was one of the greatest speeches during this presidency, for Christ's sake. Even liberal commentators like Van Jones, Mr. White Lash himself, was even saying that this now a president right now. Now he just made himself the officially presidential president. You're goddamn right. I mean, before I get into that, let me calm my ass down. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, man. Let me go ahead and take a swig of this. I'm a little tired, to say the least, right now. I'm a little tired. You know, the energy that I'm trying to conjure up to do this broadcast is kind of hard, especially when you're being beaten up like this on the internets, man. It's kind of hard, man. It's kind of hard. Anyway, let me go ahead and take a swig of this here. And let's talk about the President of the United States' speech. First and foremost, we talked a little bit about it in the first hour, that the President's speech was a shot in the arm of optimism into the markets. We just talked about it this past hour. But secondly, folks, it was Trump's attempt at trying to be a statesman, trying to be a little bit more presidential, and trying to unify the country. I thought that was a very, very valiant attempt at an olive branch to not just the Democrats, but the Republicans. And let me tell you something, folks, it fell on deaf ears as it pertains to these stupid, clueless, bureaucratic jerkasses in Washington, D.C. Complete deaf ears. And you want to know why it fell on deaf ears? Because these people in Washington continue to believe that the American people don't care, and that they can continue to run amok, and they can continue to sit on their thumbs, and they can continue to do absolutely nothing, and as a result, you're going to continue to vote them into office. You're going to continue to fundraise for them, raise money, donate money. That's what they think. But you know something, folks? I have to give Trump, I got to give him some credit for at least trying to be a man, because he knows that for whatever reason, whether it be the left-wing propaganda, whether it be paid opposition groups, whether it be genuine misguided hatred, there are some factions of America that for whatever reason do not like Donald Trump, even though he's barely been in office 40 days, for heaven's sake. This was an attempt at Donald Trump to try to bring the country together. It was an attempt by him to try to let everybody know that, hey, we don't need to continue on this divisive path that was put forth for us. All right? And let me tell you, let's be honest with you, it was put forth for us by this goddamn previous president, Barack Obama, for Christ's sake, man. But he didn't say that in yesterday's speech, but you could pretty much hear it in the speech. That's what he was alluding to. And it was a genuine attempt. But folks, let me tell you what I saw last night. And I don't know if you saw it, but if you didn't, I strongly urge you to go on YouTube and re-watch yesterday's broadcast. And I'm talking his speech with the joint session of Congress. The Democrats proved by their actions, by them sitting there and refusing to applaud when Donald Trump was making a valiant effort at pitching ideas to them that they should be on board with, that is bipartisan, or at least should be bipartisan, and they just sat there like un-American trash. And that's what they were, folks. That's what the Democratic Party proved themselves out to be yesterday. Nothing but anti-American trash. Each and every one of them should be ashamed of themselves. Many times during that speech, Donald Trump tried to put forth legislation that Democrats should be for. For instance, his comments on education, when he said that blacks and Latinos should have their choice of school. I mean, what's so wrong about that? How come they didn't clap for that? I thought the Democrats were the champion of the minority. How come they didn't clap for that? I'll tell you why they didn't clap for that, because, folks, the teachers' unions are the ones that give them campaign contributions. Do you understand this? The teachers' unions are the ones who vote for them in districts. Do you understand this? By the Democrats sitting and not applauding Trump's attempt at making a valiant effort into increasing educational opportunities for blacks and Latinos, everybody who is a supposed champion of the minority should have been clapping, and it sure as hell should have been the Democrats, and they did nothing. And what's their excuse? What's the Democrats' excuse for not clapping, not applauding Trump's attempt at giving blacks and Latinos the opportunity to go to a school of their choice? What's the alternative? They stay in the same public education system, and what? We continue to feed money at this broken education system that, folks, let's be honest with you, it does not work. And if you don't believe me, all you got to do is talk to the goddamn young people today. These people can't even pay attention for more than 5 goddamn seconds. They can't even sit there and pay attention to you for 5 seconds. These young people are so ignorant and stupid. They don't even know who Hitler is. I'm not even joking around. They don't even know who Hitler, Stalin. They don't even know who these people are. And yet, even though they're so dumb and so uneducated, so ignorant, they have the greatest self-esteem, don't they? Oh, that was a point of emphasis for the past 15 years, right? 15 or 20 years in public education. Oh, let's not hurt the children. Let's give them a good self-esteem. Let's make sure there's no losers. Let's make sure there's no physical contact. There's no tag. There's no dodgeball. Yeah, look at how that's turned out, Look at the social justice warrior snowflakes in the street, for heaven's sake. Look at these weak males, these weak-minded and physically weak males, for Christ's sake, that are produced today. It's ridiculous. But no, we're supposed to be so happy, right? We're supposed to be so happy about this goddamn America that this public education system has put forth, right? Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be so grateful. Ridiculous, man. I'm glad that Donald Trump put forth this initiative, and I'm glad that the Democrats did not clap for it, because it proves that they are not for the minority. They don't care. I mean, what's wrong with giving blacks and Latinos the choice to go to any school they want to? Who would be against that? I mean, if you're a black or if you're a Latino, are you against that? Are you against the fact that you can go to any school that you want to, that you don't have to be subjugated to some goddamn ghettofied school somewhere where you have to worry about just going to class, where you have to fake like you're a goddamn uneducated piece of garbage to be accepted in the social landscape out there? I mean, seriously. This just goes to show you the Democrats don't care about you, folks. The Latinos, the blacks, the Democrats don't care about you. They're using you. How much more do you have to have it slapped in your face before you start understanding this? Jesus Christ. And you know, I mean, and it wasn't just that, folks. I mean, did you see the nonchalant reactions that they gave this fallen hero's widow, all right, Brian Owen's widow? You could tell that it burdened a lot of these leftists and these Democrats to actually clap for somebody that died for America, somebody's widow that died for America. And I find it disgusting that not only did these Democrats, and there was a lot of them, you know, they panned out there. They didn't want to. Some of them didn't even goddamn clap. Some of them didn't even clap for this widow. I mean, I thought that the liberals couldn't get any more lower. I thought the Democrats couldn't get any more lower. And lo and behold, they pull this nonsense. I mean, I retweeted some of these Democratic operatives, some of their comments. I mean, one Democratic operative by the name of Grillo called Ryan Owen, Ryan Owen's widow. This is a fallen Special Forces member of the military that died in the midst of combat trying to obtain information as it pertained to Al-Qaeda and ISIS forces. Grillo called Ryan Owen's widow an idiot. An idiot. I mean, how much lower can you get? Huh? How much lower then can you get? And lo and behold, folks, thank God cooler heads prevailed out there on the left, because according to reports, he got fired because of those tweets that he made as it pertains to calling a fallen hero's widow an idiot. How stupid can you be, man? How low can the Democrats go? Honestly, how low can they goddamn go? And not to mention, did you see all those women out there last night with all the white? What the hell was that about? I mean, can somebody explain that to me? Oh, I am woman, hear me roar. I am going to wear all white. And not to mention, I mean, it's very rare that liberal women wear white. Haven't y'all noticed that? It's very rare. And why exactly they decided to chose this particular stance at this point, this particular symbol, wearing all white in this joint session of Congress being addressed by the president, I have no idea. But if you've taken a look at the group picture that they took prior to going into the joint session of Congress, they took this group picture, bunch of women, bunch of old hags, a bunch of fatties and uglies. I hate to say it. Sorry. A bunch of fatties and uglies wearing white crap. I mean, and not to mention, there was a lot of black women and a lot of different diverse cultures of women in this group wearing white. I mean, are they trying to recant the birth of the Ku Klux Klan? And I'm not saying this as a joke, folks, because the Democrats was the party that created the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, good God, you can't make this up. Sometimes I honestly believe that these Democrats and liberals purposely do this. Like, you know, the intelligentsia, quote unquote, the so-called intellects of the Democratic Party, they purposely do this subtly so that they can laugh amongst each other. Look at them, Bobby. We've got black women wearing white. The ghosts of the Confederacy are rising today, Bobby. I'm not even kidding around, folks. I mean, all they were missing was the hoods. Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this was a good idea? I mean, this is why I was so critical about the Million Women's March, because this proves that women and individuality, for the most part, I mean, in aggregate, I'm not saying all women, I know that there are those anomalies within the woman demographic in which you have women that are hard-ass capitalists, that are individuals, that are self-made, that aren't afraid. But let me tell you something, man. For the most part, women are no longer individuals. Women are not, and it was proven in the Million Women's March. I mean, where in the hell did they get those stupid pussy hats? And why in the hell would they all wear them and actually pretend that they're like in some form of unity? I mean, it is ridiculously disgusting. And it just goes to show you that as long as all other women are wearing something that, you know, these stupid, mindless, idiot women that are being told to wear something, if everybody else is doing it, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. I mean, you know, here's a pussy hat. Here, put it on your head. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm woman. Hear me roar. I mean, here's a white T-shirt. Go ahead and throw it. I mean, it's... Anyway, folks, I'm just saying, last night, just looking at the mere reactions of the Democrats to that bipartisan speech, okay, I thought that it was anti-American, and everyone who did absolutely nothing to respect this president during an attempt at... I mean, look, yesterday was an olive branch by the president. And I thought it was completely disrespectful by the Democrats to sit there and not just not clap for him. I heard them boo at him. I heard them boo at the president. The goal of these stupid, dumb, filthy Democrats, the goal of these bastards. That's why I'm saying, in my personal opinion, these people that are in the Democratic Party right now are anti-American pieces of crap. And if you're a Democrat and you identify as a Democrat right now, then listen, there is no other way to interpret you after yesterday's actions by your party. Because there's no other way to interpret your party's actions other than that they're anti-American, that they actually want terrorists to come in to the country. I mean, do you understand that? I mean, they didn't like when the president used radical Islamic terror. You see that? They didn't clap for that one. And you want to know why they didn't clap for that one? Because these people want the terrorists to come to this country so that they can do what the freaking bureaucrats did in Europe. Look at what the damn migrant crisis has done to Europe. That's exactly what these Democrats want to happen here in this country, so it gives them more power. That's why I'm saying, folks, this is very serious business. Politics is very serious business. We have to take it serious. That's why I continue to do this broadcast, man. I continue to do this broadcast and letting everybody know the information, the truth. Not a bunch of BS. And folks, I'm telling you this right now, last night's speech by the president was an olive branch to both parties. And it seemed as if, for face value, at least the Republicans gave lip service to the president. But the Democrats, what a bunch of anti-American pieces of trash. I'm telling you, if you're a Democrat, I spit in your face right now. You understand that? After yesterday's showing by your party, I spit in your face, and I don't want you to be in the same goddamn room as me. I'm not even joking around, man. If there was a Democrat around me right now, it would take everything within sight of me to prevent me from breaking this idiot's nose. I mean, because I am sick and tired of this anti-Americanism coming from an American party. And that's exactly what everything that the Democrats stand for at this point in time. And once again, the proof is in their actions. The proof is in their actions. Last evening, when the president was addressing the joint session of Congress, the proof is in their actions. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter here. Once again, the Democrats proved last night, and without any kind of a doubt, there's no other way to interpret this, man. Think about it. There's no other way to interpret that. They're anti-American trash. And anyone who's a Democrat after last night, you're anti-American trash too, and I spit in your goddamn un-American face, you piece of crap. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject matter before I go off keister here. All right? Now, since we're talking about Ryan Owens, who was the Special Forces officer who was unfortunately a casualty during a raid in Yemen, folks, and this is a very interesting story that I'm going to say here because what this was, and the reason I haven't discussed this too much on the show is because there's a lot of information still coming about pertaining to the Ryan Owen death in Yemen. Now, what happened here, and let's be perfectly honest, This was an attempt at intel. They wanted to grab a lot of intel that was at this Yemeni locale, a lot of computers, a lot of different files. These were things that they actually wanted to obtain because apparently that intel was very, very valuable. I mean, so valuable that they tried to go in through special forces means to go in and out of getting this particular information. Now, with that being said, let's go back in time, shall we? Now, we do know that the President Trump, has a war with the deep state. Now, the deep state, of course, includes a lot of the factions within the intelligence community. Now, we do know that the intelligence community, for whatever reason, was recording the phone calls of Donald Trump and releasing the contents of those phone calls to the media verbatim. Hence, that's why Donald Trump has been calling out the FBI and any other agency to freaking hunt down these leakers and try them for treason. Now, why exactly is Donald Trump so concerned about these leaks? Well, let's just take a step back. Remember Michael T. Flynn, General Michael T. Flynn? Well, apparently, as we alluded to when we first talked about this issue, the NSA, or another intelligence agency that has the accessibility to such types of surveillance like the NSA, was able to gather the recording of Michael T. Flynn talking to the Russian ambassador in a private conversation. Now, of course, the reason Michael T. Flynn had to resign was not because the call itself was illegal or the contents of that call was illegal. It was because, for whatever reason, Mike Pence went out on the Sunday shows and doubled down and asserted that the Trump campaign had never had any kind of communication with Russian officials. And you see, once that was said, elements within the intelligence community leaked out the information that contradicted Mike Pence, and the New York Times and other news outlets leaked out this information that actually Michael T. Flynn did have a conversation with the Russian ambassador, and this is what the contents were. And as a result, because there was this confliction between Mike Pence alluding to the fact that they had absolute no communication with Russia, and then having the NSA having this conversation and leaking elements of that conversation to the media, proves that there was some elements of deep state that had the White House under surveillance for whatever reason. And another couple of calls that have leaked out to the media, one of which was the Australian Prime Minister call, in which elements of that conversation was leaked to the mainstream media. And, of course, they were able to obtain the verbatim context of that call because the intelligence community has, for whatever reason, our president under surveillance, okay? And they're tapping his phones. The same thing with other leaders, and there's conversations that have been leaked to the media. Now, with that being said, there's been a lot of leaks going on, and it goes all the way up to the damn deep state, the deep human intelligence state, the intelligence community. Now, with that being said, folks, let me explain to you a very complicated web of situations that's happening here. Now, we all have heard the reports that the deep state is going to go, quote-unquote, nuclear on Donald Trump and trying to, quote, make him die in jail. And you see, the deep state, in conjunction with factions of the, obviously, Congress and factions of the establishment Republican Party, they're trying to set up Donald Trump for this. Now, this raid that happened in Yemen was an attempt at the deep state to try to show the incompetence or try to set up the showing of incompetence to Donald Trump. Because what had happened here, folks, truth be told, is that once Trump gave the okay for this particular raid in Yemen on a ISIS, Al-Qaeda related operation to go in and usurp and take possession of certain files, computers, and so on and so forth, well, for some reason, ISIS knew that they were coming. For some reason, ISIS knew right away as they were approaching to fire down on their position. And remember, this is special forces. These are people that are supposed to be able to move in and out of any given situation without necessarily being known of being moving in and out of a given situation. And yet, the enemy, ISIS, knew exactly where these people were, when they were going to move into their positions, and this is what unfortunately killed Ryan Owens, because they came under heavy fire, and because of that, these special forces had to take on the forces that were guarding this particular locale and had to kill about 36 plus, I believe, ISIS, Al-Qaeda affiliates, and were still able to obtain the intel necessary to complete the mission. So once again, what they were trying to do, folks, is, unless we forget, Al-Qaeda is a CIA-backed faction. So let's just go ahead and take that and put that in the equation. But this was an attempt, all right, by the deep state to set up Trump to look incompetent as it pertains to foreign policy. And luckily, the special forces that we have in America are just badasses. They were just badasses, for heaven's sake, man. And they were able to go out and kick the crap out of any idiot that had already known their position. They already knew their damn position, for heaven's sake, man, and they were still able to kick their ass. Unbelievable special forces. Now, the reason I bring this up, folks, is because Donald Trump has said here recently that Barack Obama is behind the White House leaks. And if Barack Obama is behind the White House leaks, I mean, that is a very, very serious implication, because that would mean a lot of holdouts, which mean a lot of people that were, I guess, a part of the Obama administration for the past 8 years and got close to Obama and his affiliations with whatever goddamn foreign policy he was trying to implement. These people were trying to undermine the current president because they were going to try to stay loyal to Obama's foreign policy. And to do so, they were going to do whatever it takes to make Trump look incompetent. And that's exactly what happened. All right, that's why, truth be told, Ryan Owens died. Ryan Owens died because Barack Obama's leakers leaked this information to the enemy, and that's why the enemy was there waiting and shooting down on our special forces before our special forces made themselves known. So, I mean, this is exactly what happened, folks, and this is what the mainstream media is never going to cover. They're never going to talk about this. They're never going to say the truth about what happened to Ryan Owen. They're never going to say the truth. And you know, what's unfortunate is you've got leftists trying to exploit the situation with the wife, with the widow, for heaven's sake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how in the hell can these leftists sit here and call themselves any kind of supposed political commentators and do this to the widow of somebody who is a fallen soldier, and not even a soldier, a fallen special forces officer? They can do it, folks, because lest we forget, Barack Obama was the one who funded, aided, and trained. He okayed the funding, aiding, and training of ISIS forces via the CIA. All right? I mean, let's be honest, folks. Come on. Let's be honest. How in the hell was ISIS how the hell did they get so big? How the hell did they get their armaments? How the hell did they get their fatigues? How the hell did they get their trucks? How the hell did they get this crap? They got it because we gave it to them. And now that you've got Donald Trump wanting to get rid of this policy, now that you've got him saying radical Islamic terror, that's why you've got elements within the intelligence community trying to undermine him, because they are still loyal to the old foreign policy of Barack Obama. And that's why we have the president alluding to the fact that Barack Obama and his people are behind the goddamn leaks. And folks, that's why we've got Trump begging the FBI and anybody else to prove this, so we could show that goddamn Barack Obama is a treasonous piece of trash. And he always has been, and he always will be, and that's why every policy that this damn president implemented literally destroyed this country, was sabotage to this country. I mean, you just named them. Obamacare was economic and health sabotage. I mean, you just keep naming them, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, you name them. The immigration policy, social sabotage on this country. I mean, this guy was an anti-American piece of trash. And that's why when you had Trump last night confronting these bureaucrats, and I loved how he pointed right to the goddamn Democrats every time he referenced to the bad policies of the past 8 years, the bad foreign policies for the past 8 years, he pointed to those damn Democrats. And not to mention, not only was he pointing to those Democrats for their bad policies, he was also putting the Republicans on notice. He was putting the Republicans on notice and saying, look, it's time to stop sitting on your thumbs, and it's time to start passing legislation. And that's why I'm urging everybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, I am urging you, tweet at these damn congressmen, Facebook message these people, email these people, call these people, mail them physically, whatever the case might be, and let them know of your disdain, of their lack of legislation. I mean, folks, there is a Republican-dominated government here, and they have not passed the legislation that everybody in America wants. And the only reason they're not doing it, folks, is because these Washington, D.C. bureaucrats believe that you are going to get tired, and that you are not going to be political, and that you are not going to hold their feet to the flame. And that's why I continue to this broadcast, folks. That's why I continue to come up here 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, because I'm encouraging you. We have to goddamn pressure these bureaucrats because they're soulless. They will not crack unless we give them the pressure. You understand that? They're not going to crack unless we give them the pressure, folks. That's why I'm calling on you. That's why I'm saying you, me, we are the new media. We are the new media, folks. We are the new influencers of the perception of individuals out here in this country, and in the world, for that matter. That's why I'm urging you, man, continue to perpetuate this message. Because if we do not continue to back up our president, he has a lot of enemies, folks, and they're going to try to make him look bad. They're going to try to put obstacles in his way, and we have to disseminate the truth and the proper information to everybody who's listening out there. Anyway, once again, the President of the United States believes that Barack Obama is behind the White House leaks, and I can pretty much assure you that he is definitely connected, if not personally involved. And as I alluded to, folks, that's the whole reason why Ryan Owens died in that special operations theater in Yemen, because whoever leaked the information about the actual operation gave the information to the ISIS Al-Qaeda forces. That's why they were waiting for Ryan Owens and the special forces who were trying to sneak into this perimeter so that they can gather information and intelligence, and before they could even penetrate the perimeter, they were under fire. Now, how the hell did ISIS, Al-Qaeda know that they were going to be there? I'll tell you why. Because Barack Obama and his goons leaked out this intel. They told ISIS. They told Al-Qaeda, and everybody knows it. Why were they under fire? Why were the damn special forces under fire? Let me tell you something. We've got the best special forces in the world. They can go in and out without anybody knowing a goddamn thing. They'll slit anybody's throat before they even recognize who the hell's in the same room as they. And you mean to tell me that these Al-Qaeda and ISIS fighters just had a horse sense? They just had a good horse sense to just go ahead and fire down on our special forces who were sneaking into their perimeter? Bullshit. Excuse my French, but bullshit. They tried to set up Donald Trump to look incompetent. They were hoping that the whole special forces unit was going to get obliterated because Al-Qaeda knew their positions. Al-Qaeda knew that they were coming in. ISIS knew they were coming into Yemen and their perimeter. This is a fact, folks. And the Special Forces unit had to engage these enemies, and they killed like 36 plus freaking Al-Qaeda ISIS fighters, man. So it makes sense why the Democrats and the left don't want to clap to Ryan Owens' widow. It makes sense why MSNBC has fat-ass Michael Moore and Chris Matthews gumming each other up over talking trash about Ryan Owens' widow. I think it's a disgrace. And, you know, that's the truth, folks, all right? That's the truth. Truth be told, the whole reason why Ryan Owens is dead is because somebody within the intelligence community leaked out the actual Operation OK that the president gave the OK on and gave it to the enemy. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, folks. It's as simple as that. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and move on to another subject matter. Is Trump about to compromise his stance on immigration? Now, I know there's a lot of people out here that are a little pissed. They're like, oh, man, he's going to give amnesty to all of them. That bastard. No, he's not, okay? He's not going to give citizenship to anybody. What he's going to do is going to give a path in which individuals that aren't criminals, that are already integrated somewhat into society, he's going to integrate them to force them to pay taxes and to force them to actually contribute to what's going on as it relates to our tax system, yet he is not going to make them automatic citizens. It's more like a work visa type of a situation. All right. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are in disagreement about this and that are like, oh, well, they're all illegal, Ghost. They should all go. They're criminals and so on and so forth. And I agree with you. Okay? But you see, that's not political science, my friends. You see, political science is the ability to be able to mold and shape the perception of Joe Sixpack. And unfortunately right now, you've got people all over the country and in districts in which Donald Trump had won wholeheartedly, hands down, in which I think one that comes into mind is this district out of Illinois that was a pro-Trump district that is now up in arms because some favorite taco guy or some guy who works at a taco house or something is going to get deported. And now everybody's like, oh, I can't believe it. He's a nice guy. And I mean, it's just, listen, it's a mess, all right? It's a mess. And just like Donald Trump said, he inherited a mess. And in my personal opinion, this is a consequence of the immigration sabotage that had been implemented by the previous president. And now you've actually got elements of immigrants that are immigrated and that are integrated to society, and if they're willing to come out of the shadows and are willing to, pay taxes, then they don't have to worry about potentially being deported. Now, they are not going to get citizenship according to the Trump's compromise on his immigration policy. All right, now what he's going to do is going to give them an opportunity to work and continue to work and continue to pay taxes. Because listen, to be honest with you folks, this is another way of getting these people out of the country, okay? Because let's be honest, they're not going to want to pay taxes. All right, I mean, that's the whole perk of coming over here, that they were working illegally, they put their money in their pockets, and they can collect money off the government dole, okay? They're not going to want to pay taxes in this country. So just by asserting that and saying that, well, look, we'll let you work here, but we're not going to give you citizenship, they're going to leave the country, okay? They're going to leave. As a matter of fact, I read here today that they busted a couple attempting to smuggle $135,000 in American cash into Mexico, man. They're trying to smuggle $135,000 cash into Mexico. Just imagine, that was probably, somebody who had lived out here for a good 8 years, maybe 10 years, right? Or probably more, because it was George W. Bush that kind of opened up the floodgates as it pertained to the immigration situation. But just imagine, they probably saved all that money in their mattress, and then they realized that a lot of their compadres, all right, were getting picked up by ICE agents and so on and so forth. They decided that, hey, look, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go back to Mexico, and let's smuggle money back into Mexico. Well, they tried to do it and failed. And $135,000 that they were trying to smuggle into Mexico. I mean, you think that those people that have $135,000 in their goddamn mattress, you think they're going to want to pay taxes on that? I mean, seriously, you mean to tell me that the immigrants that are here, all right, and this is the compromise, okay? The compromise is, okay, we won't deport your ass. We're not going to make you a citizen. You can live here and you can walk around without the threat of being deported, but you got to pay some goddamn taxes. And they're not going to do it, folks, okay? I mean, you have to understand, this is political science. You got to work around the political climate and the political mindset of Joe Sixpack out here so that you can actually get whatever it is that you want done. And I think this is brilliant, in my personal opinion. I mean, remember, we got 11 million plus, and that's only an estimate, 11 million plus illegal immigrants in this country. And look, I completely applaud Donald Trump and his administration going full throttle right at these damn criminals and these other immigrants, these drug dealers that are illegals. He's letting ICE and the Border Patrol go out and do their jobs. They're going out there and asserting the law once again. But like I said, there's 11 million plus, and that's just an estimate, people in this country, and we have to make it as uncomfortable as possible for them to want to leave. All right? You've got dumbasses out there in Canada. You got dumbass cold connoisseur Justin Trudeau saying, hey, all you Mexicans, come over here, eh? Come over here to Canada, eh? And he's allowing undocumented immigrants to just walk right into Canada. And let me tell you something right now. I feel bad for some of the conservative Canadians out there, the capitalist Canadians. I mean, listen, I talk to them. I mean, they're pissed off about this. They can't believe that this cuckold connoisseur of a goddamn prime minister is allowing this to happen. Yet, if you're an American, right, let's say you're an American citizen, and let's say you happen to have a DUI on your record, try to go into goddamn Canada, you're not going to be able to do it. They're going to be like, no, you got yourself a little bit of a DUI there, and we're not going to let you into our country out here in Canada, So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go back down there, and maybe go kick it in our Niagara Falls or something, Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, look. This is Trump's attempt at compromising so that he can say to the American people that, hey, look, I'm not kicking these people out. They can work here. They just got to pay taxes, okay? They've got to contribute. They're working, and not to mention, not only are they going to pay taxes, he's going to force whoever's paying them, whoever they're employed by, he's going to force them to bring them up to minimum wage. And do you think that the employer that's employing the freaking illegal immigrant for like half, if not a quarter of minimum wage, you think he's going to want to bring this illegal immigrant up to minimum wage, for Christ's sake? I don't think so. So I'm just saying, folks, all right, this president is just trying to figure out a compromising situation in which all parties can be appeased. Now, obviously, for face value, you're going to have people that are going to be like, they all need to be gone. They need to be gone, for Christ's sake. And listen, I don't disagree with you. But this is political science, my friend. This is where one side has to convince the majority of people that this is the right thing to do. And, unfortunately, because our last president, this anti-American asshole named Obama, created this whole immigration sabotage on our country, that's why we're in this precarious situation. So, in my personal opinion, I think this is a decent idea. Oh, yeah, and by the way, they don't have the right to vote under this new conceptive policy that is tentatively being discussed within the Trump administration. So we just need to put these people on the tax system, all right? And I'm telling you, they're not going to stay here. They're not going to want to be here. All right, they're not going to find a job first and foremost if they have to be paid minimum wage. So they're not going to find a job. All right. Secondly, they're not going to want to pay taxes because, they haven't been paying taxes for the past 4 different presidential cycles. So what makes them think that they're going to go ahead and want to pay taxes now? So once again, as far as I'm concerned, this is the right thing to do. I'm not saying that he's going to do it, but there has to be some element of compromise, folks, so that the general American public can be okay with the fact that, hey, look, this is America. We have to make sure America is first. We have to put Americans first. But first, we have to define what America and who America is. And that's exactly what is being done with this immigration policy. So once again, Donald Trump is not going back on immigration. He is not going to give amnesty. He's not going to give people just automatic citizenship. He's not going to do anything of the sort. He has to figure out another political, bureaucratic strategy. Remember, it's politics. This is bureaucracy, all right? He's got to think of another bureaucratic strategy to make the social and economic landscape uncomfortable for the illegal immigrants, for them to want to go back by themselves. So they'll want to go back voluntarily, for Christ's sake. Anyway, let's continue going, shall we? All right. Hey, did you all hear the Obamas? Did you hear what they're about to do? They're going to write a book now. Oh, yeah, the Obamas, they're going to write a book now. And you know what? They're expecting you to buy it because they had a bidding war over the Obama's book. And when I mean they, I'm talking all the major publishers. They had a bidding war that ended at, get this, folks, $65 million. $65 million so that some stupid publishing company can publish the pompous-ass lying book, because you know it's going to be a book of lies. They're going to come out that Michelle has finally got a tree trunk in between her legs. I don't think so, okay? Are they going to come out and finally say that Barack Obama is really Barry Soetoro and he's a power bottom and he's always been a homosexual, even going back to his days in Hawaii? I mean, come on, man. $65 million so that the Obamas can write a book now. So they can write a book now. What a disgusting disgrace, man. And, you know, lest we forget that now that he's no longer in office, What happened to, what was it, almost $2 billion that he raised during his first and second run for president? I mean, he had almost $2 billion in campaign contribution funds, and you mean to tell me he spent all that? I don't think so either, folks. Okay? I don't think so either. I'm sure that is in a very, very nice account for him. That's why he's going all over the place. That's why he's vacationing with Richard Branson. That's why he's in New York. He's all over the world, for Christ's sake. Son of a bitch. Anyway, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, please add to your favorites or your bookmarks the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter, folks. We're almost at 11,000 followers. And you want to know why that is, folks? It's the capitalist right rising, baby. You understand that? The capitalist right rising. So please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now that we're in the third hour, once again, I want to remind everybody that the Obamas are going to write a book now. They're going to write a book now, and they're going to have an over $60 million deal to do it. I mean, what a bunch of disgraceful pieces of garbage. And these are supposed to be people of the people, right? Huh? Remember, this is the culmination of a community organizer, for Christ's sake. Hey, Obama, why don't you take some of that money and go back to Chicago and go take care of some of them boys out there that you talked about in your goddamn book, Dreams of My Father. How about that? How about taking some of that money and go helping out some of them boys out there at your old community organizing stomping grounds of Chicago? Oh, yeah, you're not going to do that, are you there, boy? Of course not, because you only virtue signal, you only contribute to the poor, you only community organize when it's going to politically benefit your ass. And now that nothing is going to politically benefit your ass, you're not going to do a goddamn thing. I'm telling you, if I saw Barack Obama in the street, I mean, unfortunately, I'd probably have to be, slapped around by Secret Service or something, because I'd spit on this man. I'm not even joking. I'd say, hey, Barack Obama, in your face, you anti-American piece of crap. You look like a goddamn Taliban marathon runner, you son of a bitch. I'd spit in his face. I'd spit in his goddamn face. Anyway, I don't want to talk about the Obamas anymore. They're pieces of trash. They're pieces of anti-American trash. Freaking Obamas. They're going to write a book now. And as a matter of fact, this over $60 million deal is the largest for any president's memoirs or memories or whatever the hell this idiot. It's just going to be outright lies. You know it and I know it. It's going to be outright lies. Jesus Christ. Give me my drink. Give me my drink, for Christ's sake. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about domestic American news. Let's talk a little bit about international news up in here. Let's talk a little bit about Brexit. Oh, man, Brexit. I'm telling you, man, I mean, everybody was excited when the MPs basically started the actual, I mean, I don't even want to call it the actual process, because the process has pretty much been a little halted, but started the process of Article 50, started the process of Brexit, folks. And everybody was optimistic. As a matter of fact, I've got some very, very intelligent chaps in the inner circle from Britannia that are very, very intelligent, as a matter of fact, and I really appreciate discussing this subject matter with them. But even they were optimistic that once the vote went to the House of Lords, that the House of Lords, barring anything crazy, they would say, should go ahead and put a stamp of approval on the people's will. And what's unfortunate about this, folks, is that this just goes to show you that the Parliament, the governing body of Britannia, is trying everything it can to nullify the people's vote. And to nullify it, and not to mention, and a lot of the English chaps that I talk to in the inner circle say this, is that if they're able to kind of kick the can down the road and not get Britannia out of Brexit, they will never, ever have a vote for anything else ever again. And this is another precarious situation that I think Britannia finds itself in. I mean, aside from the idea that Brexit is been voted on and the people want it, and the governing bodies are doing whatever it can to not implement it. But if this doesn't pull through, even if it does for that matter, even if Article 50 does actually get fulfilled, which doesn't look good today, after today, that they will never give the people another vote on anything else ever again. And I think that's pretty bad for Britannia. But hey, don't give up. Don't give up on Brexit, for Christ's sake. And for you people are asking, well, what's going on with Brexit, Ghost? I thought, the MPs, they voted it. Article 50 was going to be implemented. What's going on? Well, folks, the vote went from the MPs to the House of Lords, and they said that the ministers should guarantee EU nationals a right to stay in the UK after Brexit. So, all these individuals that were partaking in the free movement of the EU, for you folks that are unaware, if you happen to be a part of the EU, and you're one of the nation states a part of the EU, you have this idea of free movement without having to get a passport to travel from, let's say, Britannia to Germany to France, that sort of thing. It's this free movement type of idea as it pertains to the EU. Now that Brexit is going to be implemented and Article 50 is going to be implemented, now all of a sudden you've got the House of Lords, and this is how I'm interpreting it, and I could be wrong, but the House of Lords is now granting EU nationals not only the right to stay in the UK after Brexit, but if that's the case, they could once again bring up legal cases, have new referendums. I mean, this is just a mess. This is just an utter mess. And doesn't this throw this back to the drawing board, back to the MPs, for Christ's sake, to go renegotiate this whole thing? I'm not really sure. Some of the chaps that are in the inner circle that are a part of the UK, am I wrong? I mean, this is what's going to happen, correct? It's going to go back to the MPs, and they got to renegotiate this crap as it pertains to this new House of Lords mandate, or I should say just their decision. I should say that the minister should guarantee EU nationals, all right, to stay post-Brexit. And according to some of the UK chaps, they said, yeah, it goes back to the House of Commons, and here we go again. We're kicking the can down the road. I mean, didn't I kind of allude that this was possibly going to happen? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, Britannia, man. I feel bad for Britannia, man. I feel bad for Britannia. Man, as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and take a drink to Britannia, man. I mean, good God. I mean, man, And the sad part about it is, folks, is that, it's the idea of Brexit is barely holding on now. It's barely holding on. You've got everybody and their brother that's affiliated with the parliament, with the government, calling on people to rise up, to stay. I mean, Tony Blair came out a couple of weeks ago and said, what you need to do, well, that sounds like an Aussie, but you know what you need to do? You need to raise up and you need to tell everybody that you want to stay. And as a result, man, I mean, you've got all these people, throwing a ruckus and, oh, man, I feel bad for Britannia, man. I don't want to make too many comments about this because I know that, many of the chaps that are in the inner circle in the capitalist army that were really championing this Brexit, I know that they're in a bad situation. I know that they're upset at this point in time. But once again, back to the drawing board for Brexit. House of Lords said ministers should guarantee EU nationals the right to stay in the UK after Brexit. And I don't know what the hell's going to happen after this. This is going to be very interesting. I have no idea what's going to happen after this. My apologies for Britannia. I mean, it's just sad. Anyway, let me move on to the next subject matter. Let's talk a little bit about ISIS since we were talking about it earlier. Now, all of a sudden, ISIS wants to go after China? Yeah, that's right. For some reason, ISIS is now focusing its attention on China. It recently released a message stating that it is going to shed blood like rivers in the first threat ever to China, which is very interesting to say the least. I mean, because what exactly does this mean? Does this mean that the factions within the CIA are trying to kind of salvage their ISIS assets in an attempt to redirect them to China so that, any kind of potential intelligence agency purging by Trump would be offset by this new direction in foreign policy as it relates to the CIA assets that are ISIS? I don't know. I mean, this is a very, very interesting chain of twist of events, I should say. ISIS going after China. Now, I know in North China there is a Muslim contingent, and I know that what are they called? The Uyghurs? The Uyghurs of the North? I know that they have a problem with that Muslim faction. They have been committing acts of terror within mainland China that hasn't really caught mainstream news because the state-run media tries to go ahead and suppress those types of attacks. But it is very, very interesting that now ISIS is now turning its direction towards China. And it's, it's interesting on how China is going to deal with this particular scenario because let's say China is going to use this as an opportunity to show the world how brutal supposedly their military is and to show off their military might, and let's say they go and they implement a successful military campaign against this faction of ISIS that's against them. They slaughter them, that sort of thing. Well, then all of a sudden China becomes an object of terrorist affection by Islamic terrorists all over the world. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a very interesting twist of events here with ISIS threatening China, to say the least. I mean, I think it's rather weird, uncanny, a lot of repositioning of power going on out here in the world. Very, very interesting, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, I know I did talk about China here, so because I've talked about China, I have to allow a representative of the Communist government of China to rebut anything that I have said against China. I don't think that I've said anything against China. I'm just saying it's very, very interesting that we have China having a Muslim problem, to say the least. So without any further ado, do we have him on the horn there, engineer? All right, Jesus Christ. Well, without any further ado, folks, and by the way, Well, let's just get to it. Mr. Fortune Cookie, are you there, sir? Oh. You see, you motherfucker talking all kinds of garbage about the Communist government of China. Let me tell you something, Ghost. I ain't got nothing on the Communist government of China. We stick a chopstick right up Isaac's asshole, motherfucker. ISIS better watch your ass talking garbage about the Communist government of China. We're taking it serious, motherfucker. We're making sure we get the military plans to make sure to kick ISIS asshole, motherfucker. So I'm giving you, motherfucker, out there in ISIS one warning. One time we're giving you one warning. You better stop talking garbage about the Communist government of China, or we're going to go find you, motherfucker, and we're going to stick a bad egg roll right up your super Johudi asshole, motherfucker. That's right. So, all you stupid ISIS in America motherfucker talking all kinds of garbage about the Communist government of China, we got one thing to say, motherfucker. We kick your ass all over the world, motherfucker. We kick every one of you, motherfucker, asshole. We kick every one of you, motherfucker. And let me tell you something, Ghost. We're taking a yeast. We're taking a yeast to the capitalist army and the inner circle, and we're going to take a yeast and we're going to put all your stupid capitalist motherfucker into a re-education camp. That's right. We're going to put all your stupid capitalist army and the inner circle motherfucker into a re-education camp. And you want to know something? You want to know why we do what we do? You want to know why we do what we do? We do it for Chairman Ma! We do it for Chairman Ma! We do it for Chairman Ma! Oh no! Oh no, my stomach hurts! Oh no! Oh no! Mr. Fortune Cookie, and I'm going to tell you, motherfucker, one time. You better buy my autograph, motherfucker. You better buy my autograph, or I'm going to take a yeast of all you motherfucker that went to buy a Mr. Autograph, and I'm going to make sure to put all you motherfucker into a re-education camp. So you motherfucker better buy a Mr. Fortune Cookie autograph. You hear me, motherfucker? You better buy a Mr. Fortune Cookie autograph. I got nothing else to say. I am Mr. Fortune Cookie. Thank you very much. All right, get this idiot out of here. Get him off, for Christ's sake. Good God. I'm telling you, I freaking hate that guy. But you know what? You troll terrorists and cyber vermin want to be on his side, don't you, huh? You wanted to be Mr. Team Fortune Cookie, and you know, how's that working out for you there, boy? Team Optimism is kicking ass. Anyway, folks, look, we're running out of time here. Let me go ahead and continue going here. We ain't got that much time here. Once again, ISIS vows to shed blood like rivers in the first threat against China, all right? Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Ruski news, a little bit of Russia news. That's right. These goddamn Ruskies, let's talk a little bit about them, all right? Now, is Russia having its own deep state situation of its own? I mean, you know, folks, ever since Donald Trump was elected president, all right, ever since he was elected president, 7 Russian officials have been murdered. Now, is there some kind of a deep state war going on within Russia? You know, I alluded to this. There was a ex-Bush aide that was on Tucker Carlson here, I think it was about a week ago, in which he discussed this. He alluded to the fact that Putin isn't as powerful as his image is being portrayed in the international community. As a matter of fact, Putin is very vulnerable right now in his own domestic home front because he's trying to appease a variety of different factions within his so-called Mother Russia. He's trying to appease the Russian nationalist faction. He's trying to appease the Muslim faction, the Asian factions. So at this point in time, you've got this guy finding himself in a very, very rock and a hard place, for a lack of a better term. So whenever you've got the mainstream media giving coverage to Vladimir Putin and how supposedly they hacked the DNC, supposedly they hacked the election, they hacked everybody. This makes Vladimir Putin look good in his own domestic home front, which, to be honest with you, is really what he needs. All right? He really needs that kind of bravado that the mainstream media is providing him. And, you know, in my personal opinion, Vladimir Putin is actually using the liberal media in this country to bolster himself in his own domestic politics. Because in my opinion, folks, I think that there is elements within the government of Russia that are trying to get to Vladimir Putin himself. And that's why he himself has had to do a lot of these precarious operations against a lot of these government officials, in my personal view. All right? So once again, folks, in my opinion, I do not think that Vladimir Putin is as powerful as he says he is. I've been reading a lot of reports out of Russia that there is a deep state faction within the Russian government that is trying to neutralize, if not eliminate, Vladimir Putin. Of course, Vladimir Putin being a part of the KGB, he can kind of see these types of things coming from a mile away, and he's not afraid to take somebody out. Let's just put it that way. He is not afraid to take somebody out if it means that it's going to jeopardize his power. So once again, I find it rather interesting that 7 Russian officials have been murdered since the election of Donald Trump. All right, very, very, very strange. Of course, there's not a lot coming out of Russia at this point in time, but we shall see, shall we? We shall see. 7 Russian officials murdered since Trump's election. That should say a lot. All right, that says a lot, for Christ's sake, all right? Anyway, without any further ado, let me get to the last subject matter, shall we? Now, the last subject matter I want to talk about is something that was brought up in the Drudge Report here recently, and it was linking to a psychological study in which it shows that moral outrage is, based upon this psychological study, self-serving. Yeah, I'm not even joking around. That's what it says. I'm not even joking around. I'm glad there's finally some kind of science that shows that all this kind of moral outrage, virtue signaling bunch of crap is self-serving nonsense. I'm glad. I'm glad they finally said it, for Christ's sake. I'm glad. Anyway, let me take a direct quote from the study itself as it pertains to moral outrage being nothing more than self-serving bunch of crap. All right? Now, bear with me. This is a psychological study, and, they try to use a lot of big words so that they can make themselves sound official. All right? Anyway, let's continue what they said in this study. It says, and look, we are talking about how moral outrage, according to a psychological study, moral outrage is self-serving crap. Now, this is directly from the study in question, okay? It says, moral outrage as the purview of especially righteous is called into question by research on guilt. They say, feelings of guilt are a direct threat to one's sense that they are a moral person, and, accordingly, research on guilt finds that this emotion elicits strategies aimed at alleviating guilt that do not always involve undoing one's actions. Furthermore, research shows that individuals respond to reminders of their group's moral culpability with feelings of outrage at third-party harm-doing. These findings suggest that feelings of moral outrage, long thought to be grounded solely in concerns with maintaining justice, may sometimes reflect efforts to maintain a moral identity. Do you get that? Did you get that right there? Moral outrage is nothing more than an attempt to maintain a moral identity. Now, a moral identity means that you are trying to identify yourselves as some sort of a moral person to everybody who's out there that is looking in your social setting, amongst your peers, amongst your family, amongst your friends. I mean, I'm not even joking around. I'm serious. All right? I mean, it's about time that there was some kind of science that proves that these social justice warriors, that these liberals are a bunch of fakes. They're a bunch of phonies. They're a bunch of big, fat phonies, for Christ's sake, man. And this study proves it. So once again, folks, this psychological study, and this was a study out of the University of Southern Mississippi. All right, it just shows that moral outrage is nothing more than a bunch of self-serving bunch of crap. And I'm glad that there's science behind this. I'm not even joking around. I am glad that there's finally science behind this crap. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, let me continue going on here. As a matter of fact, I mean, we're pretty much done with the subject matter, for Christ's sake. I mean, we're already done. We got 30 minutes left. And wait a minute, what the hell is this? Are you kidding? Somebody just bought freaking 15 fortune cookies and put Mr. Fortune Cookie in the lead. Are you kidding me? No! What the fuck? No! Why? Why would you all do that, you son of a bitch? Why would you all do that? Somebody just bought 15 Mr. Fortune Cookies to put Mr. Fortune Cookie in a goddamn lead. Good God! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me, man! I can't believe this crap! I can't believe this, man. I'm serious. I mean, I shouldn't have said a goddamn thing. I shouldn't have said a goddamn thing. I shouldn't have said anything, man. See, this is what I get for counting my eggs before they hatch, for Christ. Give me the mic! I'm telling you, man. And look, I've got trolls on here. We're not going to go quietly in that good night. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's just great, man. That's just great. Look at them. They're on Twitter right now. They're laughing. They're laughing right now at this. Look at them. They're laughing. You son of a... Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And you know what? Somebody just purchased... What the Mr. Optimism just took the lead again. Yes. Yes. This is great. Thank you, whoever did that. Thank you, whoever put Mr. Optimism in the lead. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, we're back. Oh, my God, my heart. Oh, my heart hurts there, man. Oh, my God, my heart hurts. Oh, my God, my heart hurts, man. Oh, my God, my heart, it hurts. My heart hurts. Oh, my God, man, I can't take this kind of pressure, man. I can't take this kind of pressure. I mean, folks, oh, my God, Mr. Fortune Cookie was up by, what was it, about 10? I forgot how much he was up, for Christ's sake. Now, Mr. Optimism is up by 1. Up by 1, for Christ's sake. You know what? What am I supposed to say to that? What am I supposed to say to that, for Christ's sake? I'm telling you, you know what we're going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. All right, we got. Look at this. Look, I'm looking at the sales right now. They're buying, and they're continuing to buy. Look, maybe I should do a little bit of radio graffiti just so that people that are listening, that are pro-optimism, that are anti-radio graffiti, just so that I can remind them why we got to get rid of this crap. Just to remind them why they got to get rid of this garbage, for Christ's sake, man. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to just do a little bit of radio graffiti, all right? Now I got about 30 minutes. It doesn't mean I'm going to give your asses 30 minutes of radio goddamn graffiti. But I'm just going to give a little bit because I want to show people why we are against this, why Team Optimism must prevail. Why Team Optimism... Oh, Jesus Christ, it's tied up, for Christ's sake. Damn it! It's tied up, for Christ's sake! Stop it! Stop! Stop! Somebody just bought it and tied it up, you son of a bitch! Somebody just bought a fortune cookie and tied it all up, you son of a... God damn it! Man, this is getting too much. This is just getting too much. Give me a mic. Jesus Christ, this is getting intense, folks. This is getting intense here. All right, folks. All right. You know what? Well, I'm just gonna show people. All right, why they need to buy Optimism merch. All right. Let's go ahead and get to everybody's hopefully going to be last favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti! Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle, all you got to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. And when I call on your area code, you got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this Radio Graffiti. And Jesus Christ, freaking Fortune Cookie just took the lead again. Fortune Cookie, you shut up! Stop! 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 You son of a bitch, stop! Stop buying Fortune Cookie, for Christ's sake! Stop it! Just stop it now! Just stop it now! Oh my God, stop! Just stop it! And they keep buying them! They're buying! No! No! No, you fuckers! No! Oh God! No! Look at this! Look at this crap! Man, oh my God, no! They just put Mr. Fortune Cookie in the lead by 7, for Christ. You know what? Just give me the money. I could see people are buying Mr. Optimism merch. I could see it. Jesus Christ, this is intense, man. I don't want to do 40 minutes of Radio Graffiti every goddamn day. Do you understand me? I don't want to do 40 minutes of Radio Graffiti every goddamn day. I don't want to do it. Just stop it. All of you troll terrorists out there, just stop it. God damn it, just stop. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, I'm just going to do a little bit of Radio Graffiti. Hopefully this inspires pro-optimism merch buys. I just hope it does. For Christ's sake, I don't want to do 40 minutes, man, of goddamn Radio Graffiti every goddamn day. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Let me just take to this goddamn Radio Graffiti, for Christ's sake, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. We got pylons, Radio Graffiti. That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. Shut your stupid, smelly salmon hole. I'm glad you're dead. You know, I'm glad you're dead. No, we're not doing any goddamn packs and splices, you sorry sack of soulless crap. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Night Prowler Radio Graffiti. I am going to anal rape my granny with a goddamn baseball bat. Shut your stupid, stinking, smelly salmon hole! Woo! You see, I'm supposed to take this? I'm supposed to... Son of a bitch, I'm supposed to take this every day? I'm supposed to take that every day? You sick, twisted perverts, man! You sick, twisted perverts, man! I mean, how dare you, man? How goddamn dare you, sons of bitches? And look, they keep buying Mr. Fortune Cookie merch! They keep buying... No! I'm gonna have to take 40 minutes of this crap, man, every day! No, man, no! Good God, no! Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Give me the mic. I mean, they keep buying it, man. They keep buying it. I don't get it. They keep buying it. They just keep buying it, man. I don't get it. I don't... Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Shalom, Rebbe. How you making all of them shekels?
Radio Graffiti Juice Session, all right?
Oy vey.
I am your host, the man they call Sheckelstein Ghostberg, Lord Shekels,
That's right. May Goyim say more shekels.
YouTube Radio. Oy vey! Shut it down! Oy vey! Woo! That goddamn African police! Tractor, goddamn it! I'm not a Jew! I'm not a Jew! Damn it! God damn it! God damn it, man! That goddamn African booty scratcher! I freaking hate that guy! I freaking hate that guy, for Christ's sake, man! Goddamn African booty scratcher piece of crap, god damn it! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, give me the money! Give me the money! Oh, I freaking hate that guy, man! That freaking African booty scratcher bastard! I freaking hate that guy! Oh. What is it, engineer? God damn it! What is it? What the hell did you say? Are you kidding me? Oh my God! Mr. Optimism just took the lead by 1! Yes! Yes! I love you guys! I love you guys! Yes! Yes! Yeah! Oh my God! You know what? I'm so happy now. I'm glad that there's people that are Team Optimism out here that are keeping the anti-radio graffiti alive. That are keeping the anti-radio graffiti alive. You know what this calls for? I'll tell you what this calls for. What does this call for? How about a little bit of For Lorico? How about that? Yes! Team Optimism strikes again, yes! All right, engineer, put on some For Lorico music, all right? All right, here we go. We're gonna do For Lorico up in here, baby. For Team Optimism, arriba, ese, arriba. Yes, baby. A mover la colita. A mover la colita. Yes! Check this out, I'm gonna do For Lorico, listen! I'm gonna do For Lorico! I'm doing For Lorico, you hear me? I'm stomping my feet, I'm doing For Lorico, you hear me? I'm stomping my feet, I'm doing For Lorico, yeah! A mover la colita. A mover la colita. It's Team Optimism in the house. Yeah! Al compás de esta canción. A ver, a mover la colita. A mover la colita. a mover la colita.
¿Y usted qué espera para moverla?
Yeah, baby, you hear that, baby? I'm feeling good. It's team optimism. It's team optimism for the win, baby. Team optimism for the win. I'm gonna do some for Lori. Go listen. You hear me? I'm stomping my feet. I'm doing for Lori. Go listen. I'm doing for Lori. Go yeah. Arriba ese. Arriba.
Está de moda mover la colita. Es popular.
All right. Shut that crap off in here. Shut it off. Man. I'm telling you, what a roller coaster of emotion here today. What the hell is this? Is this a Fruit Bowl Wednesday? I mean, is this a goddamn Fruit Bowl Wednesday if I've ever heard one, for Christ's sake? Team optimism kicking ass, for Christ's sake. Team optimism. What is it, engineer? No. No, you've got to be joking me. Not. Can you run that by me one more again, please? Not fortune cookie again. Oh man, not fortune cookie. Not the lead again. No. No, God, no. Come on. Look, I can't keep taking this up and down of emotion, man. I'm telling you this right now. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. I'm not joking around. Oh my God. Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. No. Oh my God. And look at Mr. Fortune Cookie's taking the goddamn lead by a whole bunch, man. I can't take this anymore. I can't take it. I can't take it, man. This is too much pressure. This is too much pressure for one man to have, man. No. Oh my God, no. I'm gonna have to do this goddamn radio graffiti for 40 minutes. No. I'm gonna have to do this goddamn son of a bitch. Give me the mic. Oh, goddamn, man. I don't want to do this, man. I mean, you're listening to Radio Graffiti. You see how they disrespect me. You see how they disrespect my family. And I'm supposed to do this? No! Stop buying Fortune Cookie now, man! Stop buying it at the Mr. Fortune Cookie's up by 12. No! No! Oh, man. I mean, I feel humiliated, man. I mean, I really feel like an idiot. I really feel like a stupid buffoon. You all make me feel like an idiot, man. I hope you're all happy, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Oh, God. No. Oh, God, give me a mic. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is an emotional roller coaster here, man. I can't take this crap, man. I mean, you know, 1 minute I'm feeling great, and then the next minute I feel like a piece of crap. Freaking fortune cookie up by 12 all of a sudden, man. And shut up! I'm not crying on Twitter. Shut up! I'm not freaking crying. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I got 10 minutes freaking left, man. I'm just going to take a couple more of these goddamn calls, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. I mean, what is that Jewish music or something? You know, just shut up, all right? Why don't you all just shut up? Why don't you just shut up? Oh, we got somebody from 011917.
Yes, hello. This is Ghost from True Capitalist Radio.
Yeah, this is Ghost from True Capitalist Radio. Yeah, what's up?
All right, if you can just give me 5 seconds. I am at Applebee's right now. I am trying to buy order. Just give me 1 second. Yes, hello. Can I get this steak? Yes. Yes, sir, thank you. And I want to ask a question. Do you guys have glory hole? Yes, I want to go use.
Glory. Oh,
yes.
Get this freak show out. What the hell is that? What in the hell was that, for Christ's sake? Some freaking international foreigner at an Applebee's looking for glory holes, man. Good God. Man, what a day. What a Fruit Bowl Wednesday, man. What a Fruit Bowl goddamn Wednesday. How about 256 Radio goddamn Graffiti?
I really don't appreciate you talking about women. Like, you sound horrible. Like, why are you making fun of us?
First of all, you're not a woman. You sound like a cross-dresser.
No, I'm a transgender.
Oh, you're a transgender? Right. So, I mean, how long have you been taking hormones?
For like a year.
Yeah, right. Give me a break. Get out of here, for Christ's sake. I can still hear the Adam's apple in your windpipe. Get out! Give me a break. That's one of these Fu Manchu bearded cross-dressers going into the damn bathroom trying to say, yeah, I'm a tranny. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
The fortune cookie, let the people bring it on.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Mr. Fortune Cookie propaganda? Was that Mr. Fortune Cookie propaganda? Oh, Jesus Christ, no! Oh, my God. Man, I've had enough of this already, man. I've had enough of this, man. What a Fruit Bowl Wednesday. What an emotional roller coaster. This is goddamn bad, for Christ's sake. My heart hurts, for heaven's sake. My heart hurts. I'm freaking hurting right freaking here in the heart. Oh, Jesus Christ. Mr. Fortune Cookie propaganda. Good God. Give me a mic. Jesus Christ, man. What a Fruit Bowl Wednesday, for Christ's sake. What episode is this? 462? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. 609 Radio Graffiti.
Dormy Sweet, Radio Graffiti. Hey, engineer, can you give me the mic? Yes, sir. Come on. All right, thank you. Say, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? It's smelling like unclean butt crack, for Christ's sake. And all I've got to say to that is, I want me some of that ass. You damn right, I said it. All right?
You son of a bitch. God damn it, I'm sick of this crap! I'm sick! Christ! God damn it, you son of a bitch, man! You son of a bitch! I mean, you guys are sick, man. Give me the mic. Man, what a horrible Fruit Bowl Wednesday, man. What a horrible Fruit Bowl goddamn Wednesday, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
Wenn die uns dann nach sich schmeicheln, wenn die uns weißt zu sächeln, ist da wieder Indianer, und wieder Galizianer, du sagst mich nicht, weil bei mir bist du sein, bei mir hast dich rein, bei mir bist du eine äußere Hand, meine Dusche, meine Lupe, meine Sitze, meine Beine, bist du Gift, bei mir.
Well, what the hell is that? What the hell is that supposed to mean? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Jesus Christ. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. Look, stop it with the Jewish music, asshole, all right? Stop it with the Jewish music. I know what you're doing. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. You son of a... Damn it! Enough of the Jewish music, you son of a bitch! Enough of the goddamn Jewish music, you son of a bitch! Jesus Christ, man! Good God! Give me the freaking mic. Jesus Christ, man, what a joke. What a goddamn joke. Good God, man. I'm sick of this crap, man. Anonymous Radio Graffiti. God damn it, can you shove this Jewish music up your ass? Shove it up your ass! I'm only going to take one or two more, man. I'm so sick of this crap. I'm so sick. 360 Radio Graffiti.
I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to theme song for it now? Short bus. We're the short bus. We're a group of cards, yeah. And we're sitting by now, fanning our nutsacks, trolling ghosts.
You know, the freaking short bus, too, on top. You know what? Fuck this. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this stupid goddamn Wednesday. I'm tired. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired. I'm too tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. I'm done with this guy. I'm done. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. I'm done with this crap, man. Stick a fork in me. I'm done with this Fruit Bowl Wednesday. Stick a goddamn fork in me. I'm done. I'm done with this garbage. All right, I'm done. I'm out of here. You'll be lucky if I come back tomorrow, man. I mean, that was a freaking emotional roller coaster today for this goddamn Fruit Bowl Wednesday, man. That was an emotional roller coaster today on this Fruit Bowl goddamn Wednesday. And let me tell you something, man. My freaking heart, man. Anyway, follow me on Twitter if you want to. I don't give a crap, all right? Politics Ghost. All one word, no goddamn underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, for Christ's sake, all right? And moreover, add to your favorites or your bookmarks, blogtalkradio.com/
Man, I'm so sick of you people. I can't believe you troll terrorists and cyber vermin. Stop buying fortune cookies. Stop buying fortune cookies. Stop.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And that is that, guys. Well, that's pretty it for the TCR broadcast. Well, interesting enough, Fortune Cookie still leads in the lead. Meanwhile, we got, of course, Mr. Optimism, second place. But who knows? We still got it until Saturday. If you guys really want to save Radio Graffiti, make sure to actually go to the Ghost Out Market and buy Mr. Fortune Cookies. However, buy Mr. Optimism Cookies, and of course, let's all take off Radio Graffiti once and for all. But you choose to who you will side. Team Fortune Cookie or Team Mr. Optimism. You guys will decide this. Anyways, folks, this is it for the stream. Thank you guys for coming out. And why do I have so many? Oh, I'll answer that a bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream. I'm gonna have to start up the next stream right here, guys. If you guys over at the YouTube channel, go over to the, of course, BN Theater for you guys to actually, continue watching the stream. Or do make sure you are following me on Twitter at the Burning Network or Politics Ghost. And do also make sure to subscribe if you're new, as I do to the TCR broadcast every day, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. And of course, if you subscribed, you get notified when the next TCR, if it happens. Or if you're on my Twitter, you get notified there as well. Either way, any way works. I will appreciate it. Alright, so I'm going to start the next live stream. Thanks again, guys. Shout outs to everybody. I'll give the big shout outs for everyone who came in Friday, because, Friday I had to do all the listings of who's in the chat room. And also something bonus that I would like to announce that's coming this Friday. So tune in this Friday to know this announcement that we'll make. But do make sure to vote for either Team Optimism or Team Fortune Cookie. Would you want to save Radio Graffiti or get rid of Radio Graffiti forever? This is BN King signing out. Good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or on the next TCR broadcast. You guys have a good night. Later on. Good night, everybody.